It's Week 17 of the NFL. And coming up, it's the 49ers. Burner at wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the 49ers and the Vikings on Sunday night.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick throw there is incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
The Niners at 14-1 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Here's Purdy.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Purdy looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. 15 yards there for number 15.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them.
Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Mims in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
Now back to throw. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. Back to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now Purdy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And with the we talked with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
This is taken at the 10. He gets away from one. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. After one, 7-3 the score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Purdy.
Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complement. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Fighting it off. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so try to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Second down and 6 now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Still going. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Going underneath to the tight end Green. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Flush to his right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. A second down throw for Purdy. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw again. He'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 6. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And his kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff running through the middle. 141 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to throw here. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. 26 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. This this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Purdy now to throw.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. A handoff as they run the counter play. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now they try the right side here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Here's Purdy.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you...
Touchdown, 49ers! Deebo Samuel, 41 yards.
And the Niners have got it back to within a score. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Vikings now heading on to the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Marvin Mims
from 4 yards out.
And the Vikings will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Purdy.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Purdy.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Purdy looking to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, They either are or will be Hall of Famers.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Purdy now on second down. Steps away. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles. And it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
To Jefferson on the slant. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Niners use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
146 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mims in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. The slot man in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And touchdown.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Here we go, 1st and goal. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix,
Personal foul.
might be a little
Roughing
bit too
the
much
kicker.
time left.
Defense.
Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Purdy and the Niners down 34-31, 54 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Pass complete to Green. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32.
To throw is Purdy. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing, Purdy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case, because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.